Okay? So, we went over this already. Let's move on. So, the fundamentals of yoga practice, nourishing the life force, to nourish the Kundalini force, meaning you have to eat a certain way. You have to, the book has the Surya Namaskars, exercises. Okay, they're yogic exercises with mantras to awaken the Hiri chakra and connect with the 5 psychic functions within you. But you have to eat well. You're going to have to take certain supplements. Okay? You have to avoid injurious health practices. Okay? Unfortunately, so many people come from a Western lifestyle. They think that they can maintain this Western lifestyle of drinking alcohol, smoking tobacco. I'm not a purist. I'm not against anything. I'm just the person to tell you that I'm here to teach. And if you want to learn this subject, there's a lifestyle that goes with it, and that's what I'm sharing with you. You see that? If you don't drink, if you don't smoke, you're not enjoying life less. Teacher won't ask me, which gives you more fun? What gives you more enjoyment? Reading a Shakespeare play or adult comic books? How do you quantify fun? You see that? Fun is what you want. You can get it many, many ways, any number of ways. Keep it clean, keep it nourishing. Okay? Attracting the energies, goddesses to the chakras through chanting their mantras. In the old shamanic tradition, the mantras were the goddesses, meaning what the mantras did were codified in goddesses. The Aryan invader didn't like that. So they took the mythos out of the teachings to give you the logia only. The logia without the mythos is, impotent. Because the power is in the mythos. There's a mythological way of thinking, okay, that gives you a better insight into a power than the expository logiac way of thinking. You see that? Okay, why are the chakras shown as lotuses? Okay, there's a mythos of saying that, there came a time when the gods, were in trouble. The evil were destroying their lives and they couldn't cope with the evil. So they churned the ocean, and a beautiful blue lotus came up, to the surface. All right? And out of the lotus surface came the goddess Hindu with the law. You see that? Okay? And on each petal was, an insight into the law and a word of power. And that's how the lotuses became symbolic of the chakras. You see that? Okay? So what I'm trying to say to you is that, this story is a visual story that if you repeat in your mind and envision the scenario, this blue lotus coming out of the ocean with a book of the law, and you go over it over and over and over, it connects you with those ancestors that had this knowledge, 6,000 years ago. And even though they spoke some unknown, long-lost language, you will still understand what they're saying. Because they will speak to you in angelic tongue, which is the language of images and metaphors. And you will translate it into your own. So we're talking about a study which is a little different from what you want to do. Some of you want to be Instagram and you want to be on Facebook and, okay, do that, but set an hour aside at least 4 or 5 days a week. Last thing before you go to bed, meditations in this book. You see that? Okay? Goddesses are metaphors for the forces don't forget that you have different faculties, and each faculty chakras, and each faculty, okay, does its own thing, so it has its own kind of energy. You see that? And how that energy behaves is metaphorized. These are storytellers. These are teachers who teach through story, because a picture word is worth 1,000 words. Okay? You meditate on the mythos, and every time that you meditate, 100 of those 1,000 words come to you. It unfolds itself. So don't let the Western ideas about mythology put you off. And professors telling you, let me explain to you what mythology is. Anybody who's going to explain to you what mythology is never understood mythology, because you understand mythology by going to trance with the myth. Because you see, the inner life, the dream life, is mythical. It's the dream time. To know what a dream means, go back and relive the dream in meditation. Don't go to a book like Dream, What the Dreams Mean. No. You energize the chakra through the mantras and breathing techniques. If I chant Kring, Kring, Om Kring, over and over and over and over and over again, I get insight into what the heck I'm doing on this planet. Why did I incarnate? Why got to go through these challenges of life? I get insight into that. That's what the Nirvana chakra is. Once I have insight and I understand that to grow into divine being, I must go through challenges. What do you need divine knowledge and power for, unless it is to go through challenges? If somebody ever walks up to you and says to you, I'm going to give you the keys to full divine knowledge and power, you've been set up. You've been set up for one hell of a challenge. Oh, that's what I'm going to need, right? But it's wonderful, because once you master the knowledge and you awaken the power, and nothing can bring you down. You've eliminated suffering from your life. I stand before you, anything can happen to me, I am not going to suffer. I'll take it in peace and enjoy being at peace in the midst of a challenge, because that's the conquest.